jump right into this, as I'm not even gonna throw lights on or anything. It's just this. Gen X has taken a bunch of punches to the face this week. As I do this video, I'm getting ready to go to work because today is my Friday. It's July 24th. We already lost Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ozzy Osbourne this week, and now we've lost Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, cardiac arrest at his home in Tampa. He was 71, one of the most polarizing, generational, yet strap the rocket to your back humans to ever grace a wrestling ring. It's basically, there's a lot of people who in my generation remember Hogan from the WrestleMania days, his polarizing figure, the music of bringing Eye of the Tiger back, and then Real American. There is nobody else that has that polarizing figure of drawing 25,000 into a building. They were trying to find all those people in the 70s. There were, a couple, but nobody wanted that unless it was Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon Sr. Taking him from the AWA. They wanted that guy, and he had that guy to draw and be that inspirational, polarizing figure of Hulkamania. Train, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, believing in yourself. He was one of the reasons WrestleMania was created. It's everything that you could imagine about Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania. And then he goes to WCW, has feuds there, and then became the transitional man of going from the great good guy to the leader of the NWO, creating one of the greatest factions of all time. And that was generational. That was polarizing the NWO of how he can be a bad guy. And then, on and off, he would come back to wrestling. He would actually come back to TNA and be a little bit of a heel as well with Immortal. I was a GM. He actually worked with Eric Bischoff in TNA. But this is a multiple-time world champion. You don't see anybody as polarizing, and I'm going to say this word a lot, polarizing. Somebody that just brings you to a TV set. That's what you kind of want when you have a product, and that's Vince McMahon's thing. What's going to bring me to a TV set every night? It's Hogan. And the bigger thing is, there is no Austin, Rock, Triple H, Jericho, Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Edge, Roman Reigns. You're not going to have any of those people without Hulk Hogan. And I say this also as with Gen Z and millennials, probably a little bit on the flip side of this, saying that they probably are happy this has happened because maybe they weren't a fan of Hogan back in the day. They didn't know Hogan was this transitional and this polarizing. They weren't alive when he was drawing 25,000 in Madison Square Garden. They'll only recognize what they see now in the 2000s. He had feuds with some of the best feuds ever in wrestling history, regardless that Hogan won them. Some of the best. I mean, he had on and off matches with Ric Flair, but it wasn't a major feud. Like it just so happens to be ironic. Hogan's first match in WCW takes the title from Ric Flair, but they never had a longevity of a feud. Like, he even didn't really have a feud with the Warrior. Like, feuds, it's just who's the next bad guy to fall. I mean, from everybody, from Big John Studd to Andre to King Kong Bundy to, I mean, everybody, you name it, he's knocked them down. But, I mean, when he made that comeback and beat Triple H, I'm like, oh, this is one of the best comebacks ever. No, he still had a couple liters of gas in the tank until he ran into the Undertaker, and it's just now the body's starting to fall apart, and we're just seeing what Hogan has left. Then and later on in life, there's a lot of people that just get on him about racial bias, and he really wasn't getting the crowd, the ovations that he was used to getting. As he gets older, everybody's mindset is different when you get older. It wasn't the same. And in the recent last couple of months, he was supposed to be planning a real like wrestling league with Eric Bischoff, and I don't know if that's going to come up to fruition or not. But they were trying to do that. Real American Wrestling, I think, is what it was called. But now with this is going to be really, really tough. For Gen X, this is a punch in the mouth for all of us, and it almost makes you feel ironic. It's like we're always trying. I made videos on the JimmyJamm Sessions channel of stars that need to be saved. I don't know if Hogan was not one of them, but it's amazing. Hogan is gone now, and Ric Flair is still alive. And I don't know. Ric Flair's kind of he's on the last of his legs. I understand that, but we are starting to be hit and miss about stars and people that we remember back in the day, 70s, 80s, even early 90s. It's now going to be to the point where we're starting one by one. We're starting to lose these people. These stars, these athletes, these artists, one by one. And some of it's not our fault. Some of it's not even God's fault. This is a tough time for all of us. We're trying to get through this specific week. But for the wrestling fans, this is really a punch in the gut. And for us wrestling purists, I'm not as much as a hard wrestling fan. I don't do a lot of wrestling content on the channel. I should do a little bit more, but I don't because I don't have the time. But what do you remember of Hogan? This is a tough one we have to swallow. So Hulk Hogan, terrible all. He will be missed regardless of what everybody's opinions is and what opinions are. This is a tough one. Hulkamania at the age of 71.